Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. And this is probably going to be the last one for this year because it's New Year's Eve. I know since we started doing this, I've had little videos on all kind of different topics. Tried to talk a little bit about going fishing, going hunting, some farming, gardening, chores around the house, things we want to do. Right now, I want to talk about something. Just quickly touch on it, and I'm going to make some people mad with me. And I hope I don't. Hope nobody don't get offended. But if I do, I'd rather say it and make you mad with me than not say it. And this touch is based on a personal thing with me. I want to fuss at all the ladies out there. If any of y'all watch the news, listen to the radio, it's one horror story after another. And here lately, there's just been a rash of children abductions, teenage 20-year-old girl abductions, people being forced into slavery, sex trafficking, assaults, murders. And now, ever since 911, we have to stop and think about people coming over here and attacking us who are supposedly here to go to school or to learn stuff or jobs or whatever. And then they wind up attacking us. Well, this past Sunday, I'm sure many of y'all already know about it, and I don't know all the details, but just what I've heard, someone walked into a church in Texas and just without any warning, opened fire, killed 2 people, and thank goodness somebody in the church stood up and took him out. I mean, it's bad when anybody has to die. It's bad that you have to carry a gun in church, things you'd never think of. But I know years ago I worked as a gun salesman, and I'm going to tell you, this has been probably 8 or 10 years ago. My biggest customers, a lot of them, they were looking for small, dependable handguns, churches, deacons of churches, school teachers, places you'd never think you'd need a gun, but it's just got that bad and that scary that you do. And a long time ago, I mean, it's probably been 20 years ago now, a little old lady I knew went grocery shopping. Guy followed her home. Her husband was laying on the couch taking a nap, and she was assaulted and beaten to the ground and beat up very bad. She wound up in the hospital, and I don't think the lady ever did really recover from that beating, and that's what caused her to die. And I don't live in a big town. I don't really live near a big town. But it's the world we live in. So getting back to my pet peeve with the ladies, I had a situation last night. My wife told me what time she was going to get off work. That's great. I know about how long it takes her to come home from work. And with the winter time, change of time, it's getting darker quicker. She doesn't work in the best part of town. Sometimes I get on to her, she'll leave work alone. I don't like her having to walk through a parking lot at dark or after dark. So I've told her, let me know when you're leaving. That way I know when to expect you home. Well, she told me 5. Takes about 20, 30 minutes to get to our house. She didn't show up. Well, a few more minutes rocked by. She still didn't show up. So, no big deal. I'm not trying to be a controlling husband, but I'm just concerned for her safety. So I sent her a text and, hey, where you at? And got no reply. Waited about 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then I sent her another one. It's like, hey, are you okay? No reply. And I was outside doing some chores, and I decided I need to head toward the house in case something comes up. So then I get in the house, and, still she's not here. Hadn't heard nothing from her. I call her. She don't answer the phone. All this has been on her cell phone, but she don't answer the phone. She don't respond to me, so now I'm getting concerned. I try to call again, and nothing again. Well, then I happened to think about her office line, and so I called that. And there again, it sounded, after a lot of ringing, like someone picked up and was just holding the phone, wouldn't say nothing. So now I don't know if somebody done took over her office or whatever. Well, long story short, she was fine. There was a little glitch in the phone at that moment when I called, and but everything was fine. But she'd got busy at work and was going to be delayed. And you know, I understand how her job is, and that's not an issue. But what made me mad was all she had to do was, when she realized she was going to work past the time, she told me, send me a text. Give me a quick phone call. Long as I know she's okay, I'm not concerned. I don't care if it takes longer, whether she's working over, whether she needs to stop at a store on the way home. That's all fine. But it's the fact that, you know, here I am thinking my wife's going to be here, and we're pushing an hour past time to be here, and now I can't get in touch with her, and now her phone at work is acting up. The point I'm trying to make, ladies, is I hope nobody out there ever gets in a bad situation, ever needs help, never has a robbery, an assault, anything like that. But do things to protect yourself. Just common sense. If you know you're going to be late and you got people waiting on you, make a phone call. Everybody's got a cell phone nowadays. Send them a text. As long as they kind of got an idea that the plans have changed, nobody's going to be worried. Nobody has to panic. Hopefully you'll never be in a situation to where you're going to need somebody to come in and help you. But the bad thing is, and statistics has proved this, if you are grabbed, like a lot of these young people are being grabbed nowadays, every minute is putting distance between you and safety, because everybody still thinks you're at work, or you're at the shopping center, or you're at church, or you know, you're at the country club, and somebody's transporting you away from everybody you know, so that if we finally do figure out, hey, something's up, we need to go look for so-and-so, they could be in another state by now. They could be done put them on a plane and flying them out of the country. Just common sense. Be aware of what's going on around you. Stay in contact with each other. My mom is the world's worst. Oh, it won't happen to me. That happens to other people. My wife is like that at times. Oh, that would never happen to me. Well, bad people do bad things. They're not worried whether you think you're pretty or ugly or skinny or fat or young or old. They're just evil, mean people that want to hurt people. They're not going to jump on somebody like me. Big old ugly guy that knows what to do, they ain't going to touch us. They're going to prey on the elderly, the young, and the weak. It's like the animal kingdom. You never see a lion go jump on another lion. But when that lion's hungry, he follows that pack, and he waits for that one that's a little slower, the one that ain't strong enough, because he don't want to get hurt either. So he takes out the easy prey. Don't be easy prey. If you get out there, let people know where you're going, what you're going to do. Stay in contact. It don't take 1 minute to drop a phone call. Send a text. Be aware of your surroundings. If you got to go out, go with friends. Go in a group. A lot of people don't like this. I don't care. I'm country. To me, it ain't no more than a hammer or a screwdriver. Carry a gun. No matter how little you are, how weak you are, whatever. If you can pull a trigger, you're just as big as John Wayne or a defensive lineman for a football team. That old saying, God made everybody different, Sam Colt made everybody equal. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, but it's like an insurance policy. It's like a spare tire in your car. It is better to have it not need it than need it not have it, because if somebody else has got it, you got two choices. You do what they say or you die. And when these people are showing up bad, they don't care one way or another. take care of yourselves, look out for each other, and be aware of what's going on. And try not to get mad if your big old ugly husband gets mad when he can't get in touch with you. It ain't that he's trying to control you. He just wants to know you're safe. As long as you're safe, that's all they care. But folks, I appreciate it. Hope everybody has a happy new year. Be safe. Don't get out there drinking and driving. Don't hurt yourself or some innocent person. And here's hoping that next year's going to be a whole lot better. Good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. We'll see y'all on down the road. And if you like this video, or even if I made you mad, please hit the like and subscribe button. And maybe you'll realize, like I hope my wife and mother and a few other people I know is, if we didn't care about you, we wouldn't fuss at you. Y'all have a good one.